Welcome back to the 2A Softball Championships here live on KSL. This is Wildcat TV bringing you the production. Have a couple updates here. We just had about an hour lightning delay, so we're going to get back to some softball here. Couple score updates so everybody knows what's going on. Manti has defeated Roland Hall. Enterprise and Emory are still playing. Enterprise is up by about 6 runs in that game. We're going into the last inning. San Juan defeated Millard. Summit Academy defeated Duchesne. South Sevier defeated Delta. South Summit defeated Beaver. Gunnison over Altamont, and Grand over Parowan. So there's still one more game being played right now in the first round. That would be the Emory Enterprise game. It started out as a blowout. Emory has made a charge back, but still Enterprise is up by about 6 runs going into the last inning. Next game we're going to bring you here on the championship field. It will be the losers of the first round of game, 5 and 6, which would be Beaver versus Delta. Beaver will be the home team. And pitching for Beaver will be, looks like, Jacoy Christensen again. And pitching for Delta will be Bailey Taylor. Once again, both pitchers who pitched the first games will also be pitching in the second games. They can do that here in softball, a lot different than baseball. The softball pitchers do not put the wear and tear on their arm as baseball pitchers do, as they throw with that underhanded throw instead of overhand. So, good key to winning a softball championships, having a really good pitcher who can go the distance. So we'll see what happens. This is a double elimination tournament. Whichever one of these teams loses this game, unfortunately, will have to go home. And the winner, however, will move on to the next round of the losing bracket. Up after this game, we're going to have the South Summit South Sevier game. South Summit had a 10-run rule in the 5th inning versus Beaver. South Sevier was down 5-0 and came back to win the game 8-5. In the last 3 innings, they put up 8 runs. It was a really fun game to watch. So let's get started here. Up to bat for Beaver, Carly Hollingshed, number 9. She is the catcher. And once again, pitching for Delta will be Bailey Taylor. So the grounds crew did a phenomenal job getting back out there on those fields, throwing out some fresh dirt, getting rid of the puddles, and we're back to softball. Here's the first pitch, swung on, line drive, base hit. She's going to go for 2. That's right up the left field line to the fence, and a stand-up double for Carly Hollingshed, just the way Beaver wanted to start off the game. So that'll bring up Ashin Wilden. She is the shortstop for Beaver, number 12. The first pitch to Ashen. Down low, ball 1. Hollingshed took a nice big lead off the bag. As that ball went down in the dirt, she thought about going, but she stepped back for a second. Here's the next pitch. It's a ground ball right to the pitcher, fields it with her bare hand, throws over to first base, takes the first baseman off the bag, but she jumps up, makes the catch, comes back down on the bag to get the first out. But Wilden did her job and moved Hollingshed over to third base.
Now batting pitcher Jacoy Christensen.
Now Jacoy Christensen, the pitcher for Beavers, up to bat. She swings and a miss. Strike 1. Here comes the next pitch. It's a high fly ball into center field. The runner will be tagging. She tags. The out is made. No chance of getting her at third, as Christensen does her job and scores the first run of the game with a sacrifice fly to center field with an RBI.
And then when he wants this, you need to click on it.
So now no runners on. There's 2 down.
You hit DDR right there.
Here comes the pitch from Taylor.
Then you hit space.
Looked like it was a little inside.
Robinson.
This would be Sarah Robinson up for Beaver. Foul ball, strike.
Okay. But then with the fish heads, it also has a video. See how it come back down here.
So the count is 1-1. There's 2 outs. 1-0 game. Beaver on top. Change up comes from Taylor. Up high for ball 2. There's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball. 2-2. So 2-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be a base hit over the second baseman's head into the outfield. Runner on first base. Beaver continues a little bit of offense here in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up Riley Marshall.
Number 15, Riley Marshall.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Up high. Ball. So a runner on first. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball softly to the shortstop. She bobbles the ball, and everybody is safe. So unfortunate break there for Delta as the shortstop, Sierra Edwards, unable to field that cleanly. And now Beaver has 2 runners aboard on first and second with 2 outs, bringing up Hannah Langford, the second baseman.
Number 13, Hannah Langford.
Strike 1 on Langford. Strike 2. Langford swings at that one. Taylor would like to finish this out without any more damage. Already lit up 1 run. Wants to get out of this inning. Here comes the pitch. And it's swung on. Strike 3 for the 3rd out of the inning. So that'll do it for Beaver as they put up 1 run on Delta. And it is a 1-0 ball game as we move to the bottom of the first inning. This TV timeout will be brought to you by Discovery Properties, Sam Applenop. We'll be back in a moment. This timeout is brought to you by Sam Applenop of Discovery Properties. Sam is your local real estate expert. Let him help you buy or sell property. Call or text him at 435-901-0720 for all your real estate needs.
Springer.
All right, here we are, bottom of the first inning. Sydney Springer up for Delta. Pitching for Beaver looks like it is Jacoy Christensen. Throws ball 1 inside. Here's the pitch, swung on. It's going to be a little blooper to the second baseman who fields it cleanly and fires it to first base. She didn't have much time and gets the out as Sydney Springer grounds out to second base. So that'll bring up Bailey Lurcher, the third baseman
Bailey Lurcher
for Delta. And she hits a ground ball foul for strike 1. Whichever one you want to choose, whichever one looks better to you. What would you rather watch on the TV? And here's the pitch. Change up. And Bailey does a great job of hanging on that, waiting for it to come to the plate, but she still pops it straight up to the left fielder for a fly out for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the number 3 batter, Sierra Edwards, shortstop for Delta.
Number 8, Sierra Edwards.
When there's people who got action going on like that, and that's when
I got them on my, yeah, they
see
were
that,
on this.
right? That's good view, right? Wouldn't you rather watch that? And let's watch that program. First pitch is in there for a strike, and she swings for strike 2. So Sierra down in the count, 0-2. Jacoy Christensen trying to get a 1-2-3 inning here. Beaver up 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. That would be strike 2. So we got 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Now batting number 15, Tori Cup.
Sierra takes ball 2. Jacoy gets set on the mound, delivers the pitch, swung on it. It's going to be a little blooper going straight to right field. Looks like it's going to be caught by the right fielder, and it is for the 3rd out of the inning. That was McKinley Norman making the out. So it's 1-0 going into the top of the 2nd inning. This TV timeout will be brought to you by Cafe Galleria in Midway, Utah. We'll be back in a moment. This next timeout is brought to you by Cafe Galleria, located in Midway, Utah on Main Street. Cafe Galleria is a great little restaurant. It has outdoor seating with beautiful surroundings. Nice little quiet town in Midway. The food is amazing. They have some of the best bagels I've ever had since I left New York City. That's saying a lot. They have a wood-burning oven. They cook their pizzas and bagels in fresh every day. Make sure you check it out. Cafe Galleria in Midway. Up next for Beaver will be Kelly Barrett. She is the first baseman. Beaver's up 1-0. Bailey Taylor delivers the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Got it? Little wind picking up again here. We don't like that feeling of when that wind picks up like that. Last time it brought a little rain with us. As we looked at the weather before, there was still one big cell below us. This might be it trying to come through. Let's hope the wind blows it right around us. So anyway, the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball, strike 1. So Barrett battling up at the plate, trying to get another run for Beaver. Popped up to the first baseman, runs over right behind the pitcher's mound, makes the play for the first out of the inning. Sure, at home you can probably hear that wind blowing through our microphone, our on-the-field mic.
Now batting number 16.
Looks like people are starting to lose tents. That might be my TV crew's tent. Hopefully not. Anyway, up next will be Sadie Bradshaw, who takes ball 1. And ball 2, little outside. So that wind's blown strong enough, it could affect the pitches actually. Next pitch in there, swung on and missed, strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-0, Beaver on top of Delta. Sadie Bradshaw in the box. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. So a 2-2 counts. Delta defense patiently waiting in the field. Here comes the pitch from Bailey, and it's a foul ball. Taylor delivers a pitch. It's a high fly ball, going to drop in between the first baseman and right fielder. It is a fair ball. Nice little base hit. That ball was blown probably about 5 or 6 yards from the wind itself. Anyway, she's in there with a 1-out single for Sadie Bradshaw, which will bring up number 17, McKinley Norman, the right fielder.
Now batting number 17, right fielder, McKinley Norman.
And she hits a hard shot. It's going to drop in the gap between left and center. It's going to be another single, back-to-back singles from the Beavers. So now they have runners on first and second. That would be Barrett on, Bradshaw on first, second, and Norman on first. Back to the top of the lineup, Carly Hollingshed, who led off the game with a nice hard hit double and scored a run. Here's the pitch. She swung on the high heater for strike 1. Here comes the pitch. A little low, ball 1. Next pitch from Taylor. Dropped by the catcher. A little inside, ball 2. So Hollingshed looking to add to the Beaver run total. All she needs to do is put one in play. And she does put it in play, but unfortunately it's a pop-up. It's going deep, though. Way deep, over the fence. Unfortunate for Delta, very fortunate for the Beavers, as Hollingshed starts the game with a double, scores a run. Then she hits a 3-run bomb over dead center field into the wind. And now the Beavers are on top 4-0 over Delta. 3-run home run. Here at this tournament, if the girls hit a home run, they get a free hot dog. Not sure if that's what they all want, but they'll take it. Anyway, up next will be Wilden, who swings for strike 1. Wilden grounded out to the pitcher her first time up. Ashton is the shortstop. Here's the pitch. A little outside, ball 1. So 1-1 with 1 out. Beaver on top, 4-0. And there's a ground ball right up the middle. Good effort there by the shortstop. The number 8, Sierra Edwards, diving for that ball, but it just gets under her mitt as Wilden gets a single up the middle.
Next batter, number 18, pitcher Jacoy Christensen.
That'll bring up the pitcher, Jacoy Christensen, who hit a sacrifice fly to center field, who scored an RBI, which was Hollingshed for the first run of the game. Catcher goes out to talk to her pitcher. That would be Bailey Taylor on the mound. The catcher, Sydney Springer, walking out, giving her some instruction. Delta going to do all they can not to let up any more runs. So Christensen up to bat, swinging a hard ground ball to third base. She fielded, tries to get the force out at second, and she got her at second base. Great play there by the third baseman to get that runner at second base. I didn't think she had a chance. Obviously she did, since she got her out. Great play by Bailey Lurcher, the third baseman. So Christensen grounds into a fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Sarah Robinson, the center fielder for Beaver. Sarah, her first time up, hit a single in the center. Swung on, strike one. Little rain coming down now. We want the wind to keep blowing these dark clouds out of here. Here's the pitch, swung on, strike two. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Taylor looking to get out of this inning. All she needs is a strike. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. The inning is over. So at the end of the top of the second, Beaver is on top 4-0. This TV timeout will be brought to you by Gateway Dentistry. Dr. Emmett Pitt is there, does a great job, will take care of all your dentistry needs there in Camas, Utah, or anywhere around it. We'll be back in a moment. This timeout is brought to you by Dr. Ammon Pitt at Gateway Dentistry in Camas, Utah. Dr. Pitt has a very simple business philosophy. Be honest, inform each patient so they know their options, keep each patient as comfortable as possible, and provide high quality work. I've heard nothing but good things about Dr. Pitt. Make sure you come see him for your dentistry needs. So here we are, the bottom of the second inning. Up for Delta will be Bailey Taylor. First inning, Jacoy Christensen pitched it perfectly. 1-2-3 up, 1-2-3 down. Here's the pitch. Called strike one. So Taylor looking to help out her own cause here, get a runner on. Get a possibility to score something. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. So 1-1 the count to Bailey Taylor. Jacoy Christensen on the mound. Here comes the pitch. Up high, ball two. That is ball four. Guess I was behind on the ball there. So Taylor walks to first base. And that'll put the leadoff runner for Delta on. Delta is in a 4-hole deficit. They need all the hits they can get coming up here. Miranda Peterson up next. She is the center field. She takes ball one. Here comes the pitch from Jacoy. Swung on, foul ball. Strike one. One and one to Peterson. There's up the bunt, pulls away, but it was a strike. Strike two. So 2 strikes on Peterson. Runner on first base. No outs. Delta looking to get on the board here. Here's the pitch from Jacoy. Down in the dirt. Ball. Ball was rolling to the plate as the count moves to 2-2. Next pitch outside for a ball. think that moves it to a full count. It does. So the payoff pitch coming here from Jacoy Christensen. Here it comes. Swung on, fly ball foul, back here towards the booth. Good cuts. So the count stays full. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That one's going to be hit towards the right fielder who gets right under the ball. Great positioning there. She was playing in right center. Kind of knew where the batter was going because she had to move 3 feet. I thought that would have been a base hit for sure, but that right fielder has got to be 25 yards off the line.
Next batter, number 13.
So good job there by the defensive Beaver to know the hitter and know where she could possibly hit it. That'll bring up Holly Fleming, the designated hitter, number 13. There's still a runner on first base, 1 out. That would be Bailey Taylor on first. Called in there, strike 1. The rain's starting to come down here. Ball 2. Strike, you call that? I would have called it a ball, but that's why I'm up here and they're down there. So 0-2 is the count to Fleming. Foul ball. Jacoy Christensen pitching her second game of the day. There's a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 as the catcher fires down to first base, trying to make a double play out of that. Good job by Carly Hollingshed, who's having a great offensive game, to throw it down to first base and keep that runner in check.
Now batting number 21, Madison Rowley.
So that'll bring up Madison Rowley, the left fielder, number 21 for Delta, who swings at strike 1. Ball gets away from the catcher as Bailey Taylor moves over to second base on a pass ball. Here's the pitch. Little inside for a ball. 1-1. Jacoy delivers. Right down the middle, just a little low for a ball. So 2-1 is the count with 2 outs, 4-0, and Beaver on top. Here's the pitch. I think that one's a little low as well. 3-1. So Rowley in a hitter's count right here. 3 balls, 1 strike. She's got a runner on second. Would love to get that run in. Here comes the pitch from Jacoy. Swung on. It's going to be a blooper right towards the first baseman, who runs in and gets it for the 3rd out of the inning. Great job there by number 11, Kelly Barrett, to make the 3rd out. So it'll be 4-0. Beaver on top. This next time out will be brought to you by Fish Heads Fly Shop in Heber City, Utah. Get all your local fly gear. Get all the local knowledge. They're very willing to share it. Great crew inside there. They even tied some knots for me once when I didn't know what I was doing. So if you ever need help trying to fish the Middle Provo, Strawberry River, they actually even do guide service up on the Green River in Wyoming. Make sure you check out the local fly shop at Fish Heads in Main Street in Heber. This time out is brought to you by Fish Heads Fly Shop. This time out is brought to you by Fish Heads Fly Shop in Heber City, Utah. A great little fly shop with a great staff. They make you feel like royalty every time you come in. They have all the gear you need and some of the best flies in Utah. They offer top-notch guide trips on the Green River in Wyoming, Strawberry River in the Uintas, as well as my favorite fishery, the Provo River. Provo is one of the best trout rivers in the Rocky Mountains. Make sure you come by and see Fish Heads to get all your gear. So here we are, the start of the 3rd inning. Looks like we will have Riley Marshall, is that right? Yes, Riley Marshall up to bat for Beaver. Beaver up 4-0 over Delta. And Marshall is the designated hitter. And outside for ball 1. That's going to be a grounder hard to second base. Quick out for the second baseman. So that'll be the first out of the inning for Beaver. And that'll bring up, who's up next, Hayden? You know, number 5? Oh, sorry, your mic's not on. Who was that?
Hannah Langford.
All right.
Will be batting now. So we may not have Hannah Langford.
Looks like
number 5, we still got number 5. And that is still a mystery. A. Osborne. We'll call her A. Osborne.
Right.
Asia Osborne. Asia or Asia, however you want to pronounce it. That is your call. But she is going to be wearing number 5.
Okay, thanks, sir.
And she will be subbing in for Miss Langford.
What a great name Asia is. I like that a lot. I hope we'll go with that. It's actually my future sister-in-law's name.
It's also a very large country.
Yes, it is. All right, so there's one down. Beaver looking to add to their lead. Here comes the pitch. It is a little inside, ball 1.
I believe this is the first plate appearance for Asia in the entire tournament, as I don't believe she came to the plate in the first game.
Swung on and missed. Right.
Rob said they played through the lightning. He goes, we must have been looking the other way.
Here comes the next pitch. Little inside, gets by the catcher, ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. 4-0. Beaver on top of Delta. Delta is the higher seed in this game. Delta upset earlier by South Sevier, having a hard time coming back from that as they were up 5-0 in the first game. I think going into the 5th inning, and South Sevier just laid it on them and scored 8 runs to win that game. Here comes the pitch. Outside for another ball.
Yeah, they held South Sevier in check. Clear to the 5th inning, had a 7-inning run, or 7-run inning in the 5th inning. And then I think they ended up at 9, actually. I think it ended up being 9-5 was the final score of that one.
So full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on. It's going to be a little blooper going to right field. That's going to fall fair. And that's a single for the pinch hitter, number 5, Asia. And that'll bring up number 11 for Beaver. That would be Kelly Barrett, the first baseman.
What's the point of the slap?
Here comes the next pitch. Low and inside, ball 1. So Bailey Taylor having some pretty high pitch counts here facing these batters. That's a ground ball right up the middle to the second baseman. Flips it to the shortstop for the first out. Throws over to first, trying to get the second out. Unable to do so. So Barrett grounds into a fielder's choice, but the Delta does get the lead runner out, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Fans are really getting into it down there. At least one of them
Probably just trying to stay warm down there. Do whatever they can to stay warm.
We went from, what, probably 75 degrees down to low 60s now.
Low 60s wind and clouds all over.
That's right. Our TV tent's filled up with baseball, softball stuff.
It's also blowing all over the place. I was just walking in. Had to help them tie it down again.
I don't want to know that. But thanks for your help, Hayden.
Yep.
So the count moves to, I think, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be a line drive up the middle for a base hit. And now we have runners on first and second. Beaver threatening to score again. Only one out. That will bring up number 17.
McKinley Norman.
Norman reached to first base. I don't remember how she
Right
did.
field, it appears.
Oh.
Looks like a single to right.
Here comes the pitch. That's going to be another blooper. That's going to fall for a base hit. They're going to send the runner from second all the way home. The throw is way offline as the catcher unable to field it, and they're going to send the next runner in. Another thrown pass ball as the runner moves over to the third base. Kind of sloppy out there, but you know what? Beaver will take it. That's 2 runs, more runs on the board for Beaver, as Delta has 2 errant throws, allowing 2 runs to score. So that'll put the score up 6-0. Beaver on top with a runner on third base, 1 out. Back to the top of the lineup, Carly Hollingshed, who's already hit a double, scored a run, and had a 3-run home run with 3 RBIs. Having a great day of hitting for Carly. Let's see if she can continue. She swings at the first one, foul ball out of play.
Okay, so officials know 10. Ticket takers know 10.
So the runner on third is McKinley Norman. Looking to find a way to get home. Hollingshed up to bat, hits a ground ball, continues her hot offense as she hits a hard grounder right by the third baseman up the line for a nice single. She now has a home run, a double, and a single. All she needs is a triple to complete her cycle. 4 RBIs for Hollingshed, 2 runs scored, 3 hits. That's the kind of production you look for from an athletic catcher. Here's the pitch. That's another hard hit ball to left field. This ball is tailing. Foul. Just foul. That would be Ashen Wilden, who grounded out to the pitcher her first time and hit a single her second time up.
Look, this side and this side don't even look like it rained at all for you.
Well, mine's drying out now.
So Bailey Taylor doing her best out there on the mound. She's been out there for a lot of innings now. Gets a foul ball strike right there. Almost takes out the South Summit scorekeeper by about 3 inches. He had no idea that was coming towards his head. So Ashton staying alive. She's got 2 strikes on her. Here's the pitch and a line drive to left field. It's going to bounce once. I think it got by the left fielder. It sure did as they waved the runners. It's going to try to stretch it into a triple. Well, that would have been a double with an error. She gets to third base, scores a run. Nice RBI double there by Ashen as the Beavers continue to pour on the offense. And it looks like Delta is going to take a timeout. This timeout is brought to you by IHC Hospital in Park City. They do a wonderful job there, especially the emergency room. If you were listening before, I had to visit it twice this last week for my son who crashed over his handlebars and messed up his wrist pretty bad, but did a great job at the emergency room. They took care of him. We were very happy with the visit, so I highly recommend IHC in Park City for all your medical needs. This pitching change right now, they're bringing in number, we'll get that to you in a moment. We'll be back. So the warm-up pitches being thrown by Bailey Lurcher, who's been playing third base for Delta, comes in as the backup pitcher, as Bailey Taylor had thrown 7, 8, 9, 10 innings of softball today. It's about as much as you can ask for of a young high school athlete. We have Holly Fleming up to bat, the designated. Oh, Holly Fleming took over and went to third base. Up to bat for Beaver will be Jacoy Christensen, the pitcher, who takes ball 1. Rains come down. Girls are still playing. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's a high fly ball going deep, deep left field. And you can put it on the board. Goodbye. Home run for Christensen. 2-run shot. Long ball. One of the longest we've seen hit of the whole day. And now Beaver on top. 8-0. So they just continue to pour on the offense here.
Hi. 2 outs? Do we have 2 outs?
There is...
Yes.
Oh, yes? Yes. Okay. Where was our second?
Getting a call from the umpire to make sure we had 2 outs. Luckily, Hayden Peterson here keeping a great book. Lets him know what's going on. Here comes the next batter. I believe that's Sarah Robinson, who takes ball 1. So 8-0, 2 outs. No one on. Beaver pouring on the offense. Swung on, strike 1. So 1-1 to Sarah. She went to first base.
A single with
a
the
single
center.
to center. Made it to first base her first time up, and I believe she struck out her second time. A little outside. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. I guess it's 9-0 is the score, not 8-0. They're coming on so fast I can't really keep track.
It's a lot of runs to not enough
That's
runs.
right. Well said, Hayden.
Whether it's 8 or 9, we're not sure yet, but we will confirm that.
So down to a full count. Payoff pitch coming up next. Delta trying to get out of this inning without any more damage. Here's the pitch. Swung on, strike 3. So the third out of the inning, but not before the damage is done. It looks like it's 9-0. We'll confirm that in a little bit. But this time out will be brought to you by Wasatch Golf Course, one of the greatest golf courses, public golf courses that is, that I've ever played. Make sure you check it out in Midway. We'll be back in a moment. This time out is brought to you by the well-known lake courses at Wasatch Mountain State Park. They are consistently ranked among the most popular, affordable, and scenic in Utah. Nationally, Golf Digest rated Wasatch Mountain as one of Utah's best places to play, giving the facility 4.5 out of 5 stars. At an elevation of 6,000 feet tucked away in Midway, Utah, golfers enjoy cooler temperatures during summer months. The fall colors in late September to early October are truly a sight to behold. Book your next round of golf at one of Wasatch's iconic courses. Up next for Delta here in the third inning will be Lurcher. Brooke Lurcher is the right fielder. Takes ball 1.
First plate appearance of the day, coming in third inning as they were 1 up 3 down the first inning, and 4 up 3 down in the second inning. Puts us right here at the 8 batter. Inside and low for ball 2. Archer works ahead in the count as a batter.
Did you guys get chocolate milk? Do you want chocolate milk?
We've got a 3-0 count. That's going to be a strike right down the middle. We got a 3-1 count now as Brooke decides to let one go as her coach probably gives her a take call. And that'll take your base. Now batting, number 3, Brittany Teeples. As the leadoff walk gets on base for Delta, as they're going to need to start some commotion here and get a few runs going. Brittany Teeples takes a shot right to second base. Pick it up, throw her out, 1 down. Advance the run over to second. Brittany Teeples with the ground out to the second baseman. Brooke Lurcher sneaks our way over to second. She is standing there waiting for the next pitch as we jump back up to Sydney Springer, who was our leadoff hitter for Delta.
Back to the top of lineup number 4, Sydney Springer.
She hits a foul ball for strike 1. So Delta finally with a runner in scoring position. First time they've had it this game. Looking to get at least 1 run on the board.
Sydney grounded out her first time to the second baseman as well.
Nice change up, but Sydney does a great job of hanging on that ball. And it gets by the left fielder who tries to throw it in. Very errant throw. The ball must be slippery out there. Springer advances to second base, scores the run. She has an RBI single, and Delta is finally on the board, 10-1. Nice hit there, right between the shortstop and third baseman. Nothing the infielders could do, but unfortunately that ball slipped through the left fielder. She was unable to make a good throw home. It kind of slipped out of her hands. You could tell that's what happened, and the run scores.
First pitch to Bailey, just a bit outside. Second pitch, swinging. Strike.
Now the play,
1-1.
Bailey Lurcher.
Jacoy still throwing a tough game. 2 games in a row. 1 hit at the second baseman. Second baseman picks it up. First baseman catches it. Looks over, holds the runner at third. As Sydney Springer advances over to third on the ground ball hit to the second baseman. 2 down.
That'll bring up number 8, Sierra Edwards, the shortstop. So just for those of you who are planning on watching some games tomorrow, in case you didn't know, I believe they're going to move the times up, move the games down in the morning so we can get the games in and try and stay away from this rainy afternoon stuff that has been haunting Spanish Fork all week, and most of Utah, that is. So we'll get those complete schedules out to you by the end of the day. That's a nice hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. Great scoop by number 11, the first baseman, to get the out. But Delta able to at least put 1 run up on the board and cut the lead to 9 as we move towards the fourth inning.
Yep.
This next time out will be brought to you by All West Communications. We appreciate them letting us put on Wildcat TV and bringing it to the local community there in South Summit, Utah. Thanks for all you do, All West. Sounds like we just had a grand slam in one of the other games. Not sure which one it was. That's always exciting.
Emery hit it.
Emory, I guess, hit the grand slam. They are playing Roland Hall. So continuing pitching for for Delta is Lurcher, who gets a pop-up right to her and bounces in front of her. She fields it cleanly and throws for the first out. One pitch, one out. That's efficiency there from the pitcher Lurcher. Sorry, I missed the batter there. I know up next is Langford, so that must have been Marshall who just hit
Or
that
is
one.
Asia still hitting? Asia may still be in the lineup.
There you go.
Did we go back to 13? Yep, Langford is now the batter.
Batting number 13, Hannah Langford.
So Hannah Langford up now.
She struck out her first at bat. And then they pinch hit Asia for her in the last inning. And Asia hit a single. And now we're back to Hannah batting in the 6th hole. And she fouls off the first pitch for a strike. Second pitch on the way, up high, just above her bat. Strike 2 as she swings cleanly through that ball.
So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 10-1. Beaver on top of Delta. High change up for a ball.
Changing the eye level of the batter, always a good idea.
Must be getting close to 5 o'clock. I can see the South Summit colors rolling in, expecting to have a 5 o'clock start, but with that 1 hour rain delay, that's not going to happen.
Just a bit outside on that pitch. Looked good from here. 2-2.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So that's the second out of the inning. Good job so far by Bailey Lurcher. That'll bring up number 11, Kelly Barrett.
Now batting number 11, first baseman Kelly Barrett.
She scored her last time up.
She reached on a fielder's choice, and she flew out in the other at bat through the first baseman.
So she's 0 for 1 in this game.
That is correct.
Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 2.
Great discipline as she holds that bat, doesn't check that swing. That one sneaks through behind the catcher. We got a 3-0 count to Miss Kelly Barrett. Trying to get something started here for the Beavers.
She looks over to her coach to get a sign, see if she should take it or not. I didn't see him give her anything. That probably means if you like it, you swing.
And she doesn't.
Doesn't like it, and she doesn't swing, and now she's on first.
4-pitch walk. Great at bat by Kelly. A couple times she thought about checking her swing.
Next batter, number 16, third baseman Sadie Bradshaw.
Some fans giving some love out there to the batters. That one's high and inside. Ball 1.
Sadie's last at bat, she hit one to the right center field gap for a single. And she takes the first pitch, ball 1. And the second one as well, ball 2. 2-0 count to Sadie Bradshaw. Runner on first, and we got 2 down.
That's 6 straight balls pitched by Lurcher, isn't it, Hayden?
That is. See if she can get out. Oh, there's one. Bailey helping her out a little bit. Or Sadie helping out, pardon me. Sadie helping Bailey out a little bit.
That would have been number 7. But Beaver's not up there to walk. They're up there to hit. That's why they got 10 runs already. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. So 3-1. She's going to look for her pitch right here. Look for something right down the middle and give it a ride.
And she finds one a little farther outside. The runner turns there on second, looks towards third, but stays put at second as the catcher made a quick hustle play to get to that ball and keep her in check. We got runners at first and second, and
Next up, number 17,
McKinley Norman coming to the plate.
2 outs. Delta 1 ground ball away from getting out of this without letting up any more runs. Here's the pitch. Another ball.
Got a strike, I think. He did call it.
He called that one, huh?
Yep.
Sympathy call there, if you ask me.
Yeah, we've been needing one. 8 of the last 9 pitches had been balls. And she jams her right on the hands, knocks it straight down to the ground. 0-2, and Bailey Lurcher has herself a great count as a pitcher. And for McKinley Norman, she'll be battling out of 0-2 count here. There's a ball.
Two runners on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball. Out of play. Ooh, almost 2 points
almost
in the garbage
right
can.
In the garbage. Looked like we had an athletic play being made, and then he decided to bail on that play. Probably save those hands, keep them warm. So we've still got a 1-2 count to McKinley. Pitch is on its way. Good little changeup. Just drops off too soon. 2-2.
That one was close. Looks like we got the 2 teams in the outfield that are playing the next game. They're warming up, trying to stay loose with this big rain delay and a 2-hour delay between their last game and this one. That puts about a 3-hour difference. So tough to keep your arms loose when you're sit for 3 hours after playing a game. Here's the pitch. Swung on for strike 3. Umpire called her out. No need to throw it down to first. And we will move over. The umpire, the coach is yelling. The umpire called her out. So the fact that he called her, I don't know about that one.
I don't know if we should be able to overturn that call having called her out, and then the catcher decided not to throw it because of that.
That's right.
Because she had the cannon loaded, ready to launch one to first.
That's right. That's what
but
I'm saying.
He said she was still out, so.
She looked over, he called her out, she was about to throw it, she heard the call.
Not much of an argument.
Well, I guess if it was a closer game, you'd have a big argument, but 10-1, play ball.
So she draws the strikeout on base, and go to the top of the lineup here for Carly Hollingshed, who has been on fire and lacks just the triple for the cycle.
Pretty tough to hit a triple on these small fields. You'd have to go right down the first base line drive to the fence, I think, is the only way.
And be really fast.
Yes. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded, 10-1 ball game. Beaver on top, threatening to put some more on the board. Bailey Lurcher doing her best to get Delta out of this jam, and it's a foul ball over our heads for strike 2.
If we can get a 10-run rule, we'll probably get these games closer to being back on time here.
That's right. All it's going to take is a nice big hit here by Hollingshed and some good defense. Up high for a ball.
That puts us at 1-2, or 2-2, pardon me. 2-2, bases loaded, 2 down, pitches on its way, outside full count. And this one will be game-changing here. Everybody moving.
Down low for a ball. It's going to walk a run in.
Kelly Barrett comes in to score from third base side, and she gives them a 10-run lead here in the 4th inning. And I just got a score update. That would be 25-0. Yes, that is a softball score. Pass ball. Runners stay put. Jeremy, who was the game over there? 25-0.
That would be
Emory.
Emory over Roland Hall, 25-0.
And Roland Hall struggled this morning as well, losing to Manti, I believe, 15-0 as also.
Manti is a great team.
Yes, they are. They hit the ball extremely well. One ball, 2 strikes to Ashlyn Wilden. Bases loaded. That ball's passed, and the runners stay put once again. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ashton had a pretty big hitter last time up. Nice line drive into left field. Here comes the pitch. And that's a nice hard hit up the middle to the gap. That's going to score at least 2 runs. And now we have runners on the corners with 2 more runs. That's going to be 13-1. Beaver on top of Delta. 2 outs. That'll bring up somebody.
Jacoy Christensen
Jacoy Christensen, the pitcher.
has to be pretty happy with the offensive output she's getting in the circle. It's always nice pitching when your team can give you 13 offensive runs in 4 innings. A little bit easier to go out there and pitch relaxed.
That's right. You don't have to strike everybody out. Just let them put the ball in play, and you'll get some outs.
Runners on the corners.
I'm sure Christensen wouldn't mind adding some more right here.
Her last time up, she
Didn't she hit them in the left field?
did just that. Yes, she did.
So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch.
And
Little
she wants it.
inside. 2 balls. Lurcher trying to work her way out of this jam. She had the 3rd out of the inning with a strikeout. Unfortunately, the ump called her out, even though it hit the dirt, and then she ended up being safe.
That pitch looked good. The umpire thought not. 3-0.
Another.
That one is out of here. South Summit in the outfield to throw it in, but even if they get it in time, she's still going to be safe.
That's a back-to-back home runs for Christensen, both over the left field fence. One a towering shot, the other one a hard-hit line drive right over the fence. Christensen playing a great game offensively and defensively, holding Delta only to 1 run. So that'll put them up 15-1, I think.
Jacoy, don't forget to come up to the scorer's booth after the game to get your 2 certificates for both home runs.
Back-to-back innings, Jacoy Christensen gives the left field team, South Summit, a little bit of warm-up to go chase their home run balls for her. And now we have a pitching change once again, number 15, 15, pardon. And that's Riley Marshall. Oh, just kidding. That's
Nope.
Beaver's lineup.
Yep.
Just back to Bailey.
Did they go back to her?
Yep.
Back to Bailey Taylor, yes.
And then it looks like Lurcher is going to go back to 3rd. And number 7 for Beaver, which is Lacey Fotheringham. I'm not sure if it's Lacey, it's just L. L. Fotheringham will be batting.
So, Hayden, is there a 15-run rule in the 4th inning or anything like that?
I believe it's only the 5th inning, or
Only
3rd inning. Well, so maybe it might be.
So if we put 1 more on,
It could be the game, but I'm not positive on that.
well, I guess Delta would get their last at-bats
Yes.
since they are the home
Beaver
team.
will be number 7, Lexi Fotheringham.
Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1.
And she is batting in place of Sarah Robinson.
Quick delivery there. Number 7 was not really ready in the box, but luckily it was thrown as a ball, so shouldn't have to worry about it. So is that McKinley Norman? Is that who's up?
Nope.
No.
Lexi Fotheringham.
Oh, she's subbed in. Okay.
Yep. She
Okay.
is now batting.
Let's see what's
And
going on. Here comes the pitch. Call strike.
we got 1-2 count.
Trying to get that 3rd out of the inning. Here comes the pitch.
Calling for it up and away, and it comes down low.
Full count.
The sun has managed to make its way out again, only to be surrounded by more dark clouds. So we'll continue to hope this sun will hold out so we can get all these games in tonight and keep us on schedule.
Here comes the payoff pitch from Taylor. That is ball 4. Beaver has another runner aboard. Really struggling is Delta to get out of this inning.
And Bailey Taylor is probably getting pretty tired on that arm. As she went the full 7 the first game, and then she went the first 3 of this one.
Their body language, she doesn't seem too happy to be out there. She really wants to get out. She's just grabbing that ball and throwing it quick. That one's called in there for a strike. 1-1.
Riley Marshall sitting in a 1-1 count with 1 runner on and 2 down. Fouled off the umpire's toe for a strike. We got a 1-2 count. And Riley will step in there again. Down 1-2 in the count. Just misses down low on the inside corner. 2-2. That one's up and out of the zone. Throw down to first. Just testing her. She's awake and dives back quickly. We've got ourselves a full count.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 15-1. Beavers on top of Delta. Runner on first. Pitch gets away. Ball 4. Now we have runners on first and second. Number 13 steps up to the plate, Hannah Langford.
Now batting number 13.
And she is the second baseman for Beaver. Looking to add to the lead. First pitch.
Right
Call.
down the pipe.
Strike 1.
Had 4 walks in this inning by Beaver batters, being very patient and selective of the pitches they're swinging at.
Strike 2. Taylor quickly ahead of the count here.
And this is something you don't really ever want to hear, but the first 2 batters of this inning were retired, and Beaver has done all this damage on 2 outs.
Well, that'll be it, though. Third out is pop up to shortstop. And finally, Delta gets to go to the dugout and maybe put some offense on the board as Beaver goes to take the field, which up 15-1. We'll have to play at least 1 more inning. So we'll be back in a moment. This time out will be brought to you by Discovery Properties, Sam Applenop, for all your real estate needs. Make sure you get a hold of Sam. This time out is brought to you by Sam Applenop of Discovery Properties. Sam is your local real estate expert. Let him help you buy or sell property. Call or text him at 435-901-0720 for all your real estate needs. All right, here we are, the bottom of the 4th inning. Number 18 pitching for Beaver. 18 is still Jacoy Christensen. And she gets a fly ball from Taylor, who pops out to second base. It is a 16-1 ball game. We are under the belief that there is a 15-run rule limit after the 3rd inning, and it is the 4th. So if Beaver can get out of this inning without allowing any runs, the game may be over. Here comes the pitch. Up high, ball 1. So the South Summit Who are we playing? South Summit, South Sevier game. Will be up next. Ground ball to the second baseman. Throws over to first for the second out of the inning. That game was supposed to start 10 minutes ago. It's going to be a little while still before it starts. The sun, however, is out. As Hayden has alluded to before, the dark clouds are still everywhere around the sun. But right now, it's sunny here on the Spanish Fork Softball Complex in this 2A Championships. So
Ellie Fleming fouls the first pitch off, and she's down 0-1 in the count. And then we may be down to their last out. And the second pitch is on its way. A little low as it skips in. Great toss for cricket, not so much for softball.
How do you know about cricket, Hayden?
I was over there once.
Oh,
Where they
okay.
play that. Pretty sure they call that a launcher or something, though.
So we got a count of 2-1, 2 down, 16-1. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Fittingly throws over to first base to get the last out of the ball game, I believe.
That is the ball game.
That is the ball game. Beaver wins a big offensive game over Delta, 16-1 in 4 innings. They will move on to the second round of the losing brackets, the third round for them. Unfortunately for Delta, they will be going home, but it was a good showing. They played well in this tournament. At least they got here, which is more than a lot of teams can say. Good job, girls. Good hustle. We'll be back in a couple minutes to bring you the South Summit South Sevier game for the going into the semifinals. This will be the quarterfinal game. We'll be back in a moment.
Be playing next.